Hello, this is day 4, Psalm 4. So we're going to start in verse 1. Answer me when I call, O God of my righteousness. You have given me relief when I was in distress. Be gracious to me and hear my prayer. O men, how long shall my honor be turned into shame? How long will you love vain words and seek after lies? But know that the Lord has set apart the godly for himself. The Lord hears when I call to him. Be angry and do not sin. Ponder in your own hearts on your beds and be silent. Offer right sacrifices and put your trust in the Lord. There are many who say, who will show us some good? Lift up the light from your face upon us, O Lord. You have put more joy in my heart than they have when their grain and wine abound. In peace I will both lie down and sleep. For you alone, O Lord, make me dwell in safety. And so this psalm, it's very comforting, to know that, kind of like with yesterday's psalm, it's kind of the same thing. It's like we find safety not in like what we can do ourselves or the things that we idolize, but we find safety in God. And all the things this world, all that is good in this world comes from God, and so that even includes like the good virtues that we have, whether that be patience, joy, kindness, that comes from God, since everything good comes from God. And so yeah, I found this song to be really just really inspiring. And really want to focus on the second half of this psalm today. Where should I start? But know that the Lord has set apart the godly for himself. The Lord hears when I call him. So it kind of can get glossed over a little bit, but we think about unanswered prayers, right? And we think about that there's a reason for it, but we never know why, and then we never know how to interact with it afterwards. But I think all people should have the same assurance as David in this situation, that no matter what, the Lord hears him. Whenever we pray to God, God always hears us. He may not answer, but he always hears us. And we need to take spiritual inventory if there's a reason for such. The Bible states this could be due to unbelief. It could be due to you not surrendering something. I think there's even sometimes God calls us to fast. If you're just ignoring the calling of God on your life, sometimes that might be a reason for an unanswered prayer, or he might just be working in the background. So yeah. But yeah, in the psalm, it's kind of like the last one. Enemies are stacked against David, and he's incurring their wrath, and but David doesn't, go and fight back. He asks the Lord to be a shield unto himself, to provide him safety. David had every reason to be angry, but in verse 4 and 5, he says, Be angry and do not sin. Ponder in your own hearts on your bed and be silent. Offer right sacrifices and put your trust in the Lord. So though he was angry, he did not like act out in anger. We can feel these emotions, but it's whenever we like put it into action in such a bad way, if we interact with it negatively, it's whenever sin happens, and then we're not doing God's will. Instead of wallowing in anger, he pondered in his own hearts on his bed and was silent. Sorry. And so I interpret this as instead of filling his heart with anger, he filled his heart with the word. He pondered God's words upon his heart. And whenever we do that, inherently we're going to be less angry. We're going to be filled with joy and gladness. And David, in the end, he had joy. He said, You have put more joy in my heart than they have when their grain and wine abound. In peace I will both lie down and sleep, for you alone, O Lord, make me dwell in your safety. And so, despite all this, David had joy. Why did David have joy? David had joy because simply God put it there. God is the one who's the ultimate provider of joy. And so if we want joy, we need to go to God. and he found safety. He found safety not in himself or what he can do, but he found safety in the Lord. He found safety because he surrendered. And a lot of people don't realize that. Whenever you surrender, you're actually more safe, which is weird, but it's true. And so yeah, thank you for listening, and I hope this inspires you in some way. Bye bye.